Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some dollar store blasters. We're going to be doing some tests with these blasters. We're going to do a speed test, we're going to do a accuracy test. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we begin though, I would like to say a quick thanks to my friend Kim, who has graciously allowed me to borrow her son's dollar store blasters here so I can do a video on. Also, she's the one who suggested I do this video, so thanks for the suggestion, and thanks for allowing me to borrow your son's blasters. So it's very much appreciated. And by the way, Kim's husband, Takeshi, who we have seen on the channel before, has his own channel. It's called For Thee in the World and focuses on Bible memory. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked in the description below. So the first blaster we're going to take a look at is the Dollar Tree blaster. Here we have the blaster from Dollar Tree. It's the dollar store blaster. It looks very, very familiar to another blaster of the market. It's taken heavy inspiration from the Jolt. It's almost exactly the same. And if looks aren't enough to convince you that this is basically a dollar store Jolt, it functions exactly the same. It is a single shot muzzle loaded blaster with a bottom prime, and it also doesn't have an air restrictor, so I'm just gonna ease the plunger tube back down. Also, here we have our proprietary suction cup darts. What makes them proprietary is they're actually a lot smaller than a standard Nerf dart. I mean, this isn't Nerf branded, but it is a Dart Zone branded, as you can see. It is a lot skinnier. And also something you find interesting, it has this little like plastic hose, kind of like fish tank tubing down the middle. So it's not all foam, and with a suction cup, it has a tube down there. So I found that kind of interesting. Another feature on the blaster that I forgot to mention is its dart storage. It does have 3 dart storage, so I think that's pretty cool. I'm also going to be a little bit gentle with this blaster because it is a little bit flimsy, for lack of a better term. Not the best build quality, but we'll see how it performs. Next, we have our Five Below blasters. These blasters actually came in a 2-pack. They came with 6 darts, 3 of each color. At least I'm pretty sure it came with 6 darts, I'm not too sure. These are very, very small. Basically fits in the palm of my hand. Can barely get 3 fingers on this. I can't even get my pinky on it. I have to go under it. Very small trigger as well. Simple mechanics. It's a rear prime blaster with this big old ring in the back, and has a trigger that you pull and it fires. That's pretty much it. Both blasters are relatively the same. They don't have any dart storage or anything, but they do use pretty similar darts to the standard Nerf ones. In fact, I'm just going to pull the blue one up just so I can compare it to the red dart here. They are about the same diameter. I'm pretty sure they are the same diameter, except this is more of a hard rubber head than the soft, almost foam-like heads that the other brands of darts have. So could hurt if you get hit by these, but relatively the same piece of foam, relatively the same size, so they should be able to fire all the other brands of darts. So with all the blasters introduced, let's move on to our tests, starting with the accuracy test. We're about 7 feet away from that target, about 10, maybe 9.5 away from that one. So this is going to be a really big advantage for our blasters. I have a little bit of a hope that they'll do well from short range. We're going to be starting off with our dollar store blaster. By the way, that is your sight picture. If you take a dart out, you have a slightly better sight picture. There isn't any sights on this blaster, so I'm actually just gonna back away up a little bit to more like maybe 14 feet away from that far back one. Aim at the little target. Missed. Oh, got that target. Let's aim for the 10-footer. And I missed. So the first shot, I wasn't actually aiming at the bottle, I was aiming for that target, so it kind of missed, and then kind of missed at the far target in the back, but short ranges should be fine. I was doing a little bit of off-camera testing with this, and from more like 10 feet away, like standing next to the camera instead of a couple feet back, I was hitting everything, so short ranges should be fine. I'd say it's a pretty good target blaster, if anything, like for target practice. And just for anybody who's wondering, no, the darts do not fit in the blaster, the barrel is too small for these darts. So, all right, we're going to be moving on to our Five Below blasters. And by the way, these blasters also have no sights. They have this fake rail on top, but no sights. I'm actually going to be starting off using their standard darts, the ones they come with, aiming for the middle target. Oh, missed. 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 Oh, I didn't pull it back all the way. Oh, got it. And I'm going to try to aim for another target. And missed. That didn't really fare so well, so let's move on to Nerf Elite. I'm actually only going to fire 3 of these. Hit the can. Missed. Missed. That one fishtailed. We're going to move on to Adventure Force. Missed. This one's a little looser. I don't think it's going to fire out of the barrel. Nope. Missed. And lastly, Dart Zone. Missed. Trying in for the can. Actually, I went in for the big dart in the back. That one didn't have a good seal on it. I'm going to fire the blue one real quick. See if we can hit anything with the blue one. We did hit the target. You shoot a Dart Zone dart out of it. See if we can hit the blue can. We'll say something about the blue one. The air seal on this one isn't as good as the red one, so it seems to fire Nerf better than Dart Zone and Adventure Force. And in a way, a little bit better than their own darts. So I'm gonna move on to the speed test. Probably not gonna do a range test on these. I don't think they're gonna go that far. Also, it's really hot outside and I don't wanna record outside. It's really hot. All right, so with the accuracy test out of the way, let's move on to the speed test. We have our chronograph set up. Starting off with the Dollar Tree blaster. We're gonna be firing all 3 of its darts. Let's see how it fares. I'm gonna get really close because this is really hard for the chronograph to pick up. 36, 43, and 40. So high 30s, low 40s. Not a bad blaster, especially for $1.29 or $1.25. I think that's what Kim said this cost at the Dollar Tree because inflation. Now moving on to our Five Below blaster. I'm going to be using the red blaster because this one seems to have the better air seal. And for darts, I'm actually not going to be firing the darts it came with because it feels like it uses Nerf Elite the best. So we're going to be using Nerf Elite instead because I can get a better air seal on these. I'm going to be firing 3 shots each. 33. 31 and 47. So once again, mid 30s, and this is high 40s. So that's actually quite impressive. So yeah, there's our speed data on these. All right, so final thoughts. Well, I didn't buy these blasters or know how much they really cost. So let's just move on to talking about blasters. Starting off with our Dollar Tree Jolt here. It has a couple of issues. First issue is definitely its build quality. This is a very kind of soft, thin plastic. I'm not sure how long this will last, but it is around $1.25. That's what I was told. I mean, you can't really complain about it too much. Also, it's proprietary darts. Definitely is an issue with this blaster here. So it is cool. It has a set of dart storage here that actually holds the darts pretty well. So it does have that as a positive. Moving on to our Five Below blasters. I'm actually also not sure how much these cost. I think it's about $5 for 2. Maybe it's one of those $10 things because Five Below isn't just $5 items. First thoughts, its build quality is actually kind of decent. It's not that flexible, soft plastic. It's actually quite hard. Even the charging handle feels pretty good quality. It does have an air restrictor, so dry firing isn't a problem. It can use, okay, it can only basically use a Nerf. It doesn't really like Dart Zone or Adventure Force, which are like slightly thinner, it turns out. They're not exactly the same diameter as Nerf, so there is that. The dart fit on these is kind of poor, but if you get some newer darts, you shouldn't have a problem. They also are relatively small, so keep that in mind. It's definitely for a very, very small hand, so just keep that in mind if you are interested in picking these up at Five Below or wherever else they sell them. Anyway, that'll be the end of our dollar store adventure here. Comment your thoughts about these blasters down below. Do you think they're worth their very small price tags? Comment what else you want to see on the channel. I'm open to suggestions, similar to how this was a suggestion. Be sure to check out my other reviews. I have a playlist of them linked at the end of the video. Also, at the end of the video, there'll be a video that YouTube recommends. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.